All right, well, welcome to another episode of Subject to Change. I'm Mallory.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm the monkey in the middle.
Hello.
Hey.
Welcome to another week.
Yeah. So today's episode is sponsored by Myles Garrett's announcement that he
I
wants to
saw
be
that
traded.
today.
Whoa.
Mallory's like, I have no clue.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Cleveland Browns.
Do you think they'll let him?
Yeah, I think they'll let him to get draft picks.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
What else are they gonna do? Oh my God. They got
need
the
to do
salary
something.
caps.
I mean, I
They
thought the
got-
Bengals were bad.
Oh, it's a mess.
Yeah.
It's just an absolute mess.
Well, all right.
So thanks for the sponsorship, Myles.
Yeah.
Good luck. Hope you go to a team that goes to the Super Bowl because it's not
The
going to be the
Bengals.
Browns.
The Bengals.
They ain't gonna pick them up.
Nope. Yeah, we don't need him. Yeah. So as always, make sure to like and follow and subscribe to us on Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok and Facebook. We still also want to hear from you. Help us out. We need more follows on Spotify. We're getting there. I feel like we get like 1 to 2 new ones every week, so it's going great.
Yeah.
It's going great. Yay! And as always, if there's something you, oh wow, that's excessive. If there is anything you want us to talk about, please feel free to share. It can be anonymous.
Please do, yeah.
What do you say? Roll up the DM? What did you say?
Slide into the DM. Yep. And
What does that even mean? Slide
I
into
know,
the
I think
DM?
it's a Gen Z term or something. I don't know.
No idea.
But yes,
Shoot.
I'm surrounded by
we
Gen
here
Zers,
believe
I
everybody
think.
has a voice. So if you want to be anonymous, you can.
It makes our day whenever
Send
we
us a story.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And speaking of, wait, what's Gen Z? When were you born to be in?
1997, I think.
What's before that?
Millennial.
We're
Millennial.
Yeah.
So we have another millennial in the studio today, Johan.
Hello,
Johan
Johan.
is joining us.
Hello.
We'll get into why he's here and what he's doing and all that. So Johan is part of Gita's, I hate to say ex-family, but they're family. But legally, from a marriage perspective, they're ex, but super close and such a great family. So we'll be talking about that stuff. All right. Yeah. So. Yeah. All right. It was hard for me to figure out what was actually mocking me, but I have some things to talk about. A lot to talk about. actually.
Great.
I'm excited.
So I
Yay.
had my every once in a while beers happy hour with my old friends from Upper Arlington that we had this kids the same age, so we did a lot of stuff together. We were talking about the podcast and 5-6 beers and a pizza later, we're laughing about stuff. But I do have a question, Mallory. It's coming, and that is, well, I'll ask you the question when I tell. Well, you can chime in when I tell you how they voted.
Okay.
They are bangs, 100%.
We're bringing that up again.
Okay.
So, well, let me think about it,
Yeah.
because you probably didn't pay attention yet.
No, I did.
Johan,
I know
what this
I am.
is, your toilet paper.
Mhm.
Do you have it bangs, meaning is it rolling onto the front, or is it mullet that the toilet paper comes off the back in your house?
Should be rolled in the front.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
I am a bangs, so.
You're bangs,
I'm a
okay.
bangs.
Did you figure it out?
I did. I'm shocked.
So in my unscientific poll, it seems everyone's bangs, but yet every restroom I go into, it's all mullet, and it pisses me.
People, inconsiderate.
I don't get it. Hopefully we'll get more listeners and we can spread the word that we'll never have to experience mullet.
Bangs
ever in our
awareness.
life. Yeah.
Hashtag
Bangs
Good
awareness.
idea.
That might be a good t-shirt, yeah.
Yes.
Some merch.
Bangs.
Yeah.
Just have a roll of toilet paper.
Bangs.
coming out the front.
Oh, I could totally
Wow.
make that. Oh yeah, I'm doing
Yeah.
it.
But that got us on the topic of, at least I agree. I don't know if it's a man thing, but, sitting on the toilet and spending time there. I found myself doing that because I'm an old guy, and when I have to go number one, I have to sit down. I'll admit it. I'm gonna throw my medical stuff out there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It won't stop it just dribbles if I don't sit down. So I'm gonna sit down. So, which number one doesn't take that long, and also I'm very efficient on number two, FYI, kind of like my showers. My showers are 3-4 minutes long, so
Good to hear.
Really?
Good to know.
I don't think my number twos last much longer either.
Oh,
Like,
jeez.
except that I found myself, even with both number one and number two, reading stuff, like catching up on Instagram and stuff like that, and I might read a whole article on the Wall Street Journal, like, but why is that? Why do we find that?
It's
Why do we find that space, like, that's your space to do your thinking?
Because no
Because
one
it's
is
God's-
bothering you.
It's God's way of saying this is your time, and do with it. as
Nobody's
you will.
bothering you.
Yeah,
Not
I mean,
in my
it's-
house.
Yeah, you're allowed to. Yeah.
In my house, the dogs are still itching out the door, trying to come in and like
It's
bother me. It's like never a alone time moment.
And Johan, you have a brood of kids. Is that where you find your solace?
I think so. Yeah, I mean that's the most quietest place, and nobody wants to be there.
It's great. You ever catch up on reading? You catch up on reading?
Sometimes
there?
I scroll through the phone and I spend about half an hour.
Nice.
I always wondered what my dad was doing in there. Like, come on, dude. Get
I
out.
know.
We had one bathroom in our house growing up, so it's like,
Oh,
we
yeah.
forever.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of fun. We got to stay on the toilet topic. All right, but my other things, I have got to talk about the Grammys. Come on, people.
I'm ready.
I didn't watch it all, but I saw clips on TikTok and I was already furious.
There's so much to unpack.
So much. Let's start with the first one. We're not going to bring that one up and not ignore that first one, but this guy right here. Is that going to be your news thing?
No, I'm
Okay,
so
good.
blind though I can barely see it. But yeah.
So I was floored by this whole Stuffy project thing, this pseudo ad that came up during the Grammys, and I don't know, it bothered me because, and I'm sure, I understand, I'm empathetic to the people in the fires and all that stuff, but kids losing their stuffies, and then we have to replace all these stuffies, and they actually interviewed a girl that said, I had all my stuffies, and I just picture a room full of stuffies, like hundreds of stuffies, and we're just gonna now totally replace these, which are just really toxic, right? They're made in China.
Yeah.
They're just,
They
I
shouldn't
don't
hold
know.
that much sentimental value. Like let's talk about like, you
And
know,
why bring them, like-
photos and stuff like that got lost.
yeah, how about rebuilding the house?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think the kid would rather have his bed or her bed and bedroom back than the stuffies.
as an adult, I sleep with 2 Squishmallows every night as a comfort.
But kids are usually attached to the stuffies, like they particularly have only one,
Yeah.
Okay,
so they're emotionally attached to it, and also they cannot live without it. So I guess
so maybe one. We can limit them to one.
Yeah.
One, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, okay, all right. We had a stuffy problem with Sam when she was growing up, to where I had one of those nuts
Yeah.
above the bed. We had so many. I had an issue getting rid of stuff. Okay, all right.
Let's talk
Here we
about
go.
it.
Here
Let's
we
talk
go.
about it. Let's dive
I
in.
have what's the biggest tub you can buy at like Target? Like the biggest storage tub?
Jumbo size.
Yeah, the jumbo size, like it's really long. One of those.
30 gallon, 40.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Full of Build-A-Bear stuffies that I've gotten her every year for Christmas.
That's cute though.
For 17 years.
Yeah, I could do that.
But then I started putting all of her other stuffies in there, and so I had to really do it. At one point, I was like, all right, Sarah, this is getting a little late. And she doesn't care.
What did she have? Did she build her own, or did you go build it? Thinking
I did
know
for-
what my daughter wants.
Yeah.
Isn't the idea of Build-A-Bear to,
Go experience.
but she can pick it out?
Yeah.
No American Girl dolls though.
Yeah, we did have that
Oh my
addiction
God.
as
Oh,
well.
I
Yeah.
grew up on American Girl.
I did too.
I
So
had,
when it
like,
came out, I was like,
They
yeah.
were so expensive. And Bitty Baby? Did you?
No, I didn't do the Bitty
Oh.
Babies. They creep me out.
I feel so unseen right now because I was like attached.
What about
Yeah.
the tie? What are those? The tie.
Oh, the Beanie Babies?
Oh, Beanie Babies.
I had a lot of those too.
No, Bitty Baby was a
Oh,
American Girl
yeah.
like doll.
Realistic doll.
For
It was
the-
like
for
this
the
big.
doll.
It
It
It's
was
a
not
doll
like,
no.
okay,
for the
so,
doll.
okay, the American Girl dolls freaked me out because they were like a full size girl, but like miniature. But the baby,
Well, not full size.
they were like, you know, like
foot
they
and a
were
half.
weird. They could stand. They weren't like a baby doll.
Right, right.
And then the American Girl also produced a baby doll called the Bitty Baby.
Yeah, with the Bitty Baby.
Oh, I
Yeah.
didn't know this.
Mhm.
Yeah. Oh, I was into it
Yeah.
hard.
Wow.
Yeah, it's so expensive. too.
But you know, but going through the purge of the stuffies that probably don't mean anything, I could
Yeah.
see where it's like, I need to replace all of them. I mean,
So as a parent, I'm just thinking you could just start taking them away until
Yeah.
they miss them. But I bet there's some smart kids that probably go like, wait, where's my Billy Bob? Or,
yeah.
I had one at a walrus. Wally the walrus, I got at SeaWorld.
Oh.
See,
I slept with it until like high school.
can you imagine if that would have been gone?
Yeah.
Oh man, yeah.
But dude,
I don't feel anything.
I don't have
good
a
I can have
stuffy.
people spend the night now because I was so terrified. They'd see me sleeping with my walrus.
That's so great and so relatable though, because like I didn't have a stuffy, but I had a blanket. Did anybody else have a blanket?
I had a blanket
Yeah.
and a stuffy.
I had a blanket till I was like 18. Ooh, I should. Yeah.
I still have blankets.
yeah.
I don't know, it's a comfort thing.
Blankets, yeah.
My squishies
Johan,
are.
you got 3 kids, right? You got
Yes.
a whole brood. And one's older, so did they have a stuffy that you had to wean?
The
them?
older doesn't have stuffy anymore, but the younger ones, they are 3 and 2, they do have.
Yeah, of
And
course.
they
3
sleep
and 2.
with it. Yeah, so.
Yeah, it's gonna be hard. I had one of my nephews, your Uncle Jeff that can't he I forget what he called it, but they were so serious about it. Like if he'd forget it somewhere, they would like, "Can you FedEx that back?" Or they would drive like 4 hours back
No.
to get it. I'm like,
With my blanket.
"You forgot it?
Same.
It's too bad, so sad.
Yeah.
Get it next time."
Yeah.
Becca had one. They actually in the group text, in the family group text, they sent a picture of Coco Bunny was hers.
Aw.
Yeah,
That's
someone
adorable.
still has it. So
I
they sent
love
it to
that.
her. I think Susan found it and did it. Yeah. All right, stuffies. Also on the Grammys, I was gonna complain of Stevie Wonder when he came out and he just played the harmonica. I'm like, what, is he not gonna sing? What the hell is
Oh, he
that
didn't
all about?
sing?
He came out and just started playing the harmonica.
Oh.
I was like, oh boy, if he doesn't sing, something's like, why have him out? But then he sings, so.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was better. That was a whole cool bit. I mean, I'm a big music guy, so I really I get into it, but I don't like the Grammys because I think it's just popular.
It is.
It's rigged.
The
man.
song.
It is.
Thank you. Good
Yeah.
segue.
Very
My
rigged.
next
No, and I
complaint.
just said that. Yeah.
It's very rigged.
Because Kendrick Lamar won all these awards. Guess who's hosting the Super Bowl halftime?
Kendrick Lamar.
Let's get more viewers. Let's
was
get.
bad.
It's just so.
It was bad last night. It was eye opening for me. I
Don't
was
get
just
me
like,
started. Are you going to talk about what you were going to talk about
yeah.
on yours?
Yeah. one
Okay.
segment, yeah.
We'll wait.
Okay.
Okay.
But how? Like they. I guess we really are dumb. We fall for it all the
Mhm.
time. So we're,
Yeah.
first off, we're watching that show, which who gives a shit? You
I
like the
know,
music or you
so
don't like the music. I don't care what 13,000 people who now
Mm.
they've expanded with the CEO came out. Like, oh, we've expanded the number of people that vote. Like, and more women.
The music
more
I
diverse,
like
all
isn't
this
coming
stuff.
on the Grammys, nor are they ever going to win an award. So
Yeah, I don't think Tool ever won an award, even though they're the most amazing musical band ever.
That's the thing about music. It's all. I mean, it's hard to say who's the best because it's all opinion based.
it is.
And to sit there and say one artist is better than the other, I mean, I think it's I don't know.
Well, let's face it, it's been that way for a while. Radio stations were the king before, right? Radio
Yeah.
stations owned what was going to get played, who was going to be a hit, who was not. And now we just have the Grammys to do that. So we'll watch the Grammys and get a bump up in XCX or whatever her name, Charlie XCX's thing, which is another
What
thing.
is that? What, who?
Rained Underwear.
Huh?
Her song. when
New
she
or
did her
used?
song. Well, they had a thing that said, "Don't worry, all underwear that's not used will be donated," which is kind of nice. Women of violence and all that.
Oh yeah.
Do they really need underwear? I don't know.
When I worked at a shelter for
Underwear is a
DV
big thing.
victims, no, we didn't take underwear.
Even if it was just part of the Charlie XCX show and it rained down from the ceiling.
It's so weird.
I miss. I
don't
so
even
I only watch.
understand.
You miss that?
Yeah,
I only
I'm
watch
mad
the-
now.
Did you see Will Smith's kids? His son had a damn black castle over his head. Like what?
Oh, he's on such a
I don't understand.
publicity good guy tour, you know, that he's doing everything. But what I wanted to say is also in that XCX thing. Yeah, here's a picture of her.
What is
yeah.
this? What is
all this-
going on
I'll tell you
here?
this Charlie XCX. It's basically EDM DJ music, but she sings, so it's like a big EDM party or something. And not that there's anything wrong with that. I like EDM. I like to dance and all that. But this is but this led me to something, and I knew. So there was a guy when she came out to this scene, was making out with one of the women, and she had British like skirt on, like a British flag skirt on. That guy is the Dare.
All right, Mallory, it's time for.
Oh, hold on, I got a lot going on.
I feel the pressure, you guys.
Delayed.
Yeah.
So
All right, guys. Well, guess what we're talking about yet again?
Continuation.
The Grammys.
all right, I love it.
We gotta dive in because there was a big thing that happened that I was just flabbergasted by.
Hmm.
Let's
Talk to
dive
me.
in.
What was that?
Beyonce
Oh
country album.
no.
What?
It
No.
happened, but it happened.
Country album, and she finally got her album of the year after like 20 years.
What-
I was gonna
what
say,
is
does she
happening?
have any Grammy awards? I heard she didn't have any. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
Do we know?
I
I'll look it
don't
up. Keep talking.
I'm not as
Talk
informed
about
as I need to be on the
think so,
subject.
but like,
I was just like,
is this what country's coming to? Beyonce?
No.
I grew up in the 90s. That kind of country, and now we're giving away that for Beyonce?
No, shouldn't have happened. But
It is weird news because it's weird.
It's
It's
100%
weird.
All right,
I'm so
white
sorry.
girls. I
Yeah.
don't
No,
know
I'm,
about
I'm
this,
sorry.
but
I'm just not a Beyonce fan. I'm sorry.
I'm just a
huge
not.
country fan,
I'm
and I-
not.
okay.
feel like-
So let me explain from a music. And Mallory, you're a musician. You should
Yeah.
somewhat understand
Dabble.
this. So you've done everything you can in your genre of music, and I'm not saying like her genre was what she did,
Mhm.
pop. You know, that I'm not a
R&B.
huge fan of. Whatever R&B, right? Like R&B, but by the way, she won 35 Grammys, so it's not her first Grammy. Just
Oh.
I guess first record of
I'm
the
gonna
year.
throw
So
up.
even.
Oh, that
even
makes
more.
it worse.
This
But
makes it
listen.
so much worse.
It's not that it's not working, it's working.
So, right.
What's
So-
that, jazz?
But what she did was like, okay, I'm a musician. I'm really bored with what I want to do. I want to get into a new genre.
Yeah.
So she did the country thing, and here we are. Do you think it's because of, maybe you guys know or not, but who's that other country star?
Taylor Swift.
No,
Mm.
African American country star.
Oh. Darius.
Darius Rucker?
No. He was from another band, by the way.
Yeah, Hootie and the Blowfish.
Oh yeah, that's right.
No, who are you talking about? Oh, her name is, she's new,
No,
right?
it's a guy. It's a guy.
Oh.
There is a new.
There's quite a few of them.
Oh.
Jimmy
oh,
Allen?
Oh.
Is that who it is?
No.
No,
I know
no.
who you're talking about though, and he's
Who are you
super
talking
famous,
about?
and I'm.
He played. He was
late.
last night. He was on the Grammys.
Yeah,
last
give me a
night.
minute. He went to high school with Lauren Elena. Oh shoot, what's his name?
Kane Brown?
Yeah, Kane Brown. He's mixed.
Yeah. Well,
No.
I mean, we're getting into this.
No.
But he does really
no,
good
I
country
don't.
music.
No, listen. My theory is okay. Her husband is controlling everything, and she's like the little pup. I'm not
I'm
gonna get
actually
into the
scared now.
conspiracy. I'm not gonna get into the conspiracy. I'm gonna go.
I'm a little bit scared.
I'm scared I might have something happen in my life because of the conspiracy of I didn't think Beyonce, and I'm gonna get like that's a conspiracy. If you don't,
Beyonce's
for artists
amazing.
who don't thank Beyonce on stage,
It's not about
Beyonce's
Beyonce.
awesome.
I think she's
But
amazing.
listen,
I'm a
okay.
huge fan, but don't whenever country music
that's
is so.
yeah. Like
There's so many hardworking artists out there.
she's got some good songs. Like her alone, like I'm fine. Like it's just I can't stand the. I don't know.
Okay, but let's look at the other nominees, and then we'll talk about it.
All right, who was the other?
Kendrick
nominee?
Lamar, not
No, no, go to the country. Go to the country. Go to the country
like us. No, I
nominees.
thought it was record of the year.
It was both album of the year and country.
Oh,
those were the
album
two.
of the year.
Yeah, album of the year and country.
Oh.
Record of the
Okay.
year
Okay.
went
Well,
to
listen.
Sabrina.
We're gonna talk about that in a second.
Yeah.
What's the difference between record of the year and song of the
Yeah.
year?
What is that?
Wait, I
the
feel so
Grammys
on
being
anymore.
stupid. like my all-time favorite was Crazy in
Stitch,
Love.
everyone gets a trophy.
And like
Yeah,
Single
yeah.
Ladies and like Who Run the World
That
Girls.
entire era,
Like I
that's
like,
amazing.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So we have Cowboy Carter, Beyonce, she won. New Blue Sun by Andre 3000.
Who?
Andre 3000 wasn't.
Oh, he was from
Outkast.
Outkast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I think he should have got credits, but I don't. So to me, an album is the entire work, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's well, we don't have albums anymore, but I guess what it is. But
What?
I don't know what Jesse Volume 4 with Jacob Collar. I don't know who that is. Short
Sabrina
and sweet.
Carpenter?
Sabrina Carpenter. Come on.
Taylor
As an
Swift,
album.
as usual.
Taylor Swift probably should have got a second because she is a good songwriter.
She's a
but-
good
She's an
songwriter,
amazing
yeah. Songwriter, yeah. I just can't stand her.
Brat, are you fucking kidding me?
Why is she up there?
Who?
Well, that Charlie XCX,
Like,
her album called
I don't know
Brat,
who these
her
people are.
album. Okay, and then Billie Eilish.
Okay.
Which
Yeah.
Billie Eilish.
She's got, I like Billie.
She's got cred
Oh.
for an album. Here's what I would say. I'm gonna respectfully disagree with you, Sarah. I think the fact that you take this R&B amazing pop, again R&B everything, and she actually makes a really good country album, you gotta give her cred. You gotta
Well,
win the Grammy.
I have a challenge.
According all those other nominees, I'm gonna say yeah, probably.
But let's
Because what's
you know
Billie
what?
Eilish done different?
What
Still
if-
same old stuff, and it's not like mind blowing. But then again, they don't respect mind blowing.
Oh no,
Music.
they don't, not anymore. But what if we got rid of the genres and everybody just played music?
I like that, but then there'd be less winners.
No, that's how they're evaluated, on the actual
these are all
music,
pop,
not the
come on.
genre.
Grammys
Right.
are about pop.
It is. It
Yeah.
is. I mean, I don't know. The song was catchy. Like, it's not a bad song.
Well, no, this is an album, so
Yeah,
it's
so
the
this is
entire work,
I only know one
All
song.
the
I only know
myself.
one song, and then it was criticized.
and that's
'cause
why you're complaining.
it was criticized because it sounded like the theme song to Franklin. Did the kids ever watch Franklin? They might know what I'm talking about. It's Franklin.
Did he have a book?
It's Franklin.
Come on,
It was
it's
a
a
turtle.
We're passionate about Franklin.
We like Franklin.
No.
No,
Franklin.
I don't know.
Yeah, I think with the nominees, I think I
I
can
don't-
agree with the award for again
Mhm.
the album. So let's get into record and/or song because I don't know what the difference is.
Stupid.
See, I'm confused now because my biggest complaint was the fact that it was a country
Mm-hmm.
album. Knowing the other people that were nominated for that category, I feel like they were.
Look up the country, Dad.
they
Look up the
were-
country album. That's where I really like the album of the year. That's fine. Like
It is
I
what
can
it
deal
is.
with that. But and I mean I don't mind Beyonce. I just don't. I can't stand the. I don't know. It's just I don't know. It's
Beyonce,
the Jay-Z
if you're-
thing for me.
Beyonce,
It's the Jay-Z thing.
Don't hurt us. We like you.
I think it's the Jay-Z thing, honestly.
Also though, the country music awards are for country music.
Yeah.
So why do the Grammys have country music? Do they have an R&B? Do they have a rap? Do they have a prog rock?
Yeah,
Do
they
a
have
rock?
hip
Do
hop.
a
They
punk?
have.
No,
see,
no,
there's
listen. I just named 7 different genres,
Yeah.
right? They don't
But they
have
don't-
awards for all those.
no, they do. They just don't air it. If you
It's
ever
not
pay
popular
attention in the past,
All right, I'm gonna do a punk rock Grammy 2020. Let's
If
see
they-
if they had any.
well, they have a lot of other categories. They just don't air it on the actual show. Like sometimes past years, you can see like they put it at the bottom of the screen who won earlier and whatnot. I just wanted to see who else was nominated, Dad. Okay, now we're on a tangent,
I'm learning.
Yeah, Grammys don't recognize punk rock, so.
which is a great genre. Punk
That's what
rock
I mean.
Is a good genre.
That's really kind of like that's.
That's
That's
why it's
kinda
such a
bad.
big
God,
commercial.
Grammys suck. You know what? This doesn't even count. All right, I just want to see who else was nominated for the country.
Yeah, I want to see the nominees.
Chris Stapleton,
Wait, he's good though.
That's good.
Lainey Wilson. Those are two greats.
I know. That's what I'm saying. They got gypped.
What?
And whenever they called Beyonce, she was shocked. She was just like, I shouldn't win this. And then I was like, can you imagine if Kanye went up on stage and said, I don't want to rep you for a minute, but Taylor Swift never the best album of all time. That would have been great.
No, like legit. Lainey Wilson, her song, the songwriting, amazing. Like
Yeah.
I can listen to her for hours. Chris Stapleton, his songwriting is amazing.
These are true country artists.
Yeah.
Like
Not
what-
someone
what-
that was
what-
just messing around for fun.
What are the lyrics that really get to you from. Like,
Okay, Lainey Wilson has a song called
my boyfriend.
Heart Like a
drive my
Truck, and
no
the truck,
more.
Dad, you asked me a question and I'm gonna answer it. Like, it's called Heart Like a Truck, and it's resembling how, you know, it's been driven so many times and you have to take extra care of it because your heart's been broken so many times, right? You have to take extra care of it. I can't deal with you.
Listen.
I'm done with this conversation. I'm just done. I'm
Country
done.
music is, you know, it's some people hate it, some people love it, but I don't think someone that was just messing around making an album should have been.
No,
should have
right. I don't think,
Grammy.
especially since, yeah, the songwriting wasn't that great.
No, it wasn't.
It wasn't. No.
Oh my.
Well, you know, I never stay in one place too long. Dirt roads singing me a siren song. I gotta find a field. I need to spin my wheels.
I mean, that's just straight poetry, if you ask me.
I got a hankering for 4 wide tires.
That's the good stuff.
That's some fucking ethereal lyrics.
She's got other stuff.
It's her
That was the
twang.
first thing that came. Yeah, I love her accent. She's got a great
Accent.
country
What is,
voice.
what is my favorite one?
I got a heart like a truck. It's been dragged through the mud.
A man on a mill.
Runs on dreams and gasoline.
The production's also very important.
Yeah. All right. Okay.
Wow.
As
No,
I
I
get
love
out-
production. I love music. I love music.
Yeah,
Like
I
you
do
said,
too.
the lyrics are so good.
Oh dear.
I want to get Monica on the podcast because I'm going to say, Monica, write me a country song. I bet she could.
Yeah.
Maybe we just have a misconception of what country music
Monica's
really
song
is.
will be like, went to New Jersey.
When you put,
Oh,
when you, like,
man.
it really puts things into perspective.
I know. I think I'm
Like,
having
in a
some
haunted way.
realizations of like.
what is happening? We put these people on pedestals, like literally.
Yeah, look at that shit.
I'm a little bit scared of just. Yeah. No.
Mallory's like,
Are you?
God damn it, I am a good musician. I'm gonna get this shit going.
Yeah.
I said that last night to Gita though, like what makes a hit a hit? Like I love Ruby Waters. I think Ruby Waters is super talented.
Mhm.
Love her song, it's poppy, she's got depth. I love Billie Eilish. How does Billie Eilish get to be the superstar Ruby Waters doesn't? I saw Ruby Waters at the Basement, like with
I don't know.
150
See, I like all of
you
the
know?
independent artists. Like,
Well, that's what
I
I
mean,
mean.
country's catchy, it's popular, I'll listen to it, I'm in the mood. But like, if I'm listening to something, it's like more of the indie artists because I resonate with them more, and the beats and the lyrics and the music. It makes me feel a certain way.
I'm gonna say something right now. So Billie Eilish is a great, phenomenal artist, but the true magic behind Billie is Phineas, her brother.
for sure.
Yeah.
It's the production of the song.
Both of them together are actually really good. Yeah.
Yeah.
When you say Billie Eilish, you should. It's like
You gotta
Hall-
say both. Yeah.
It's like Hall and Oates.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
You
mean,
know,
I just.
Mallory, remember? No, Daryl Hall, John Oates.
Oh, come on.
I don't know.
She's a rich girl, and you've gone
Gone
too
too
far.
far,
'Cause you
no,
know
it don't matter anyway.
Because your daddy's
You
money.
should
You can rely on your own man's money.
So, Eilish and Phineas,
Yeah.
Eilish and Phineas.
Billy and Phineas. I guess.
Remember that song or that show on Nickelodeon called Phineas and Ferb? No, that was
Absolutely.
Disney.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Summer of the
Yeah.
Totally.
Yeah.
But no, good point.
Yeah.
Production is good. I
It's huge.
understand. But how do you get like I think maybe Ruby Waters doesn't have the production, but it's just from a pure music perspective. I love
It's
listening
all.
to it.
You know what we
It's
can
so-
agree on?
I don't know.
What can we
she is.
agree on after all of this?
I need her
It's
song.
That the
It's-
Grammys
no,
are
It's all
totally,
opinionated.
It's all.
I have an
Well, for
opinion.
sure,
You have an
but-
opinion. You have an
But
opinion.
it's a commercial. Let's just be honest.
The Grammys
It's-
is a commercial,
It's a
yeah.
commercial.
She's
If
going
you're
on
in-
tour.
If you're in, yes,
That's why
exactly.
she's going on
It's-
tour.
It's
That
part of the
is,
image.
Yeah.
It's a whole.
I will say though, I saw clips of her last tour and her daughter came out, Ivy. That girl is like, I mean,
She
she's
sings
got
too.
really good. No, her dance moves, like she was, and to see like you can see Beyonce like in the back watching like how proud she is,
Oh, yeah,
like
she's
how
the mom.
great her daughter is and
She's the mom.
everything. Yeah, my issue with that whole thing is just I can't stand Jay-Z. I think he's a piece of crap, but
A lot of people say that.
I don't know anything
because
else.
he is. But
I'm gonna bring some Ruby Waters. so it's more simple and maybe
Yeah.
not the production value, but I love this stuff.
Is it
Singing
her
from the
voice you
heart.
love? Her voice is very unique.
Yeah, I like her voice. Yeah.
I love her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like her.
Yeah.
All right.
So yeah, it's just hard because it's good. Oh wait, can we get to the chorus at least?
I like her.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know how you pick who gets to be
Yeah.
a superstar,
I don't know.
It's a
but
combination of
what
things.
we're agreed on is certainly fueled by the Grammys.
Yeah.
Kendrick Lamar winning a bunch because he's playing in the Super Bowl. Beyonce's going on tour. She's gonna get album of the year.
Yeah.
Whoever's paying the most.
Whoever's the
to
biggest this year is who's gonna win.
The 13,000 voters of the Grammy Association. Whatever.
Tell us how
All
you
got
feel.
paid by Jay-Z.
Probably. Man, this is so, yeah. Like,
Oh, you guys are scared. We have 40 listeners.
yeah, we're there now.
I don't care. I'm not gonna be.
One of them is a Jay-Z spy. Like, and you,
Probably.
boss, you got to hear what these
Him
guys
and
are
Diddy
saying
were
about that, right?
besties. Let's be honest.
Well, tell you what,
Anyway.
Jay-Z, come on our podcast. Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
talk. You want
Let's
to
talk
talk
about
about your innocence? Let's go.
Let's talk
Let's
about
talk about it.
I'll tell you, I'm
You're not
scared.
innocent, but that's fine.
Come to 85 Eastgate.
Oh, great. All right. All right. Well, thank you, Mallory,
Yeah.
for your weird news.
I'll make it more weird next time.
Yeah, that was kind of weird.
Oh,
Yeah. So,
No, I thought it was, but we didn't talk about Kanye's wife showing up naked. That's weird.
that is weird.
I should have talked about, yeah.
Well, we
It's
can.
fine.
We
It's
just
fine.
mentioned. It's all it deserves is a brief mention.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it definitely does.
Gross.
They got kicked out, right?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
did.
Because they weren't even,
Bye.
he wasn't even
She had
invited.
the fur coat on, and she's like, oh, like I'm
She looks
she's
scary,
like,
though.
yeah, she does look scared.
It was part of it, was kind of like,
I was
like,
worried for her actually because
she
her
didn't wanna do
facial
it.
expression was like really, I could tell like she's
She's like,
being
I-
controlled.
People have said that too. Like I was reading an article about it. Someone said she gave like hand signals of her anxiety was really high.
Mhm.
And someone read his lips and he said, "Just drop the jacket, turn around, I got you." But then he walked away from her as soon as she did it.
He's a psychopath. I mean,
Psychotic.
what are you looking to gain from that?
Speaking of.
So,
All right. Well, today.
What are we talking about today, sir?
Well, I don't have a specific topic planned because today was Divorce Day.
Yay!
hey.
Yay!
Number 2.
Number 2.
Number 2.
Oh, God bless you. I love you, Sarah.
I love you too, Dad.
Oh.
I love you guys.
I
Yay.
get too hard.
I
Yeah,
can't hard.
man, I don't even know like where to
Yeah, how you feeling?
start with
I mean-
this. Honestly, I like this morning.
First off, fastest divorce I've ever heard. What, 7 months?
Well,
8 months?
Yeah, because I took care of the paperwork.
Well,
Yeah,
regardless. And
Um,
no attorneys.
I had an attorney briefly, and his guidance was help me to finish the rest
Okay, cool.
appropriately. So his help was much needed, but
You didn't offer him a plug on here or anything, right? We don't have to plug him. Good.
no. He just wanted to charge me way more for what I could have done myself, and I
They're
did. So
attorneys.
yeah.
Yeah.
That's how they make their money.
Yeah. So yeah, this morning was hard because I was just. I need the stress ball. I need a stress ball. Can we get it? Oh.
Well, where are
oh
your
my
guys?
God.
That's mine.
I don't know. There's one down there. I don't know.
It's like typical kids.
So I was like feeling okay, and then I just got that feeling in my stomach of like roller coasters. I just because we don't speak. We haven't spoken.
Wait, are you talking before?
About my what?
Before
My
the
hearing this morning.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was just like, feeling that now. That's kind of weird.
I was I'm not gonna lie, I'm scared to see him. There's just some things that I don't know. Just some things that happened in their marriage, and I my trust was all gone, and I was like, I mean, the way he left the marriage was like made me think, is he gonna pull something last minute that's gonna stop this divorce from happening? Is he gonna come after me? Is he gonna? I didn't trust him. I mean, you literally like, and I actually, because I wanted to talk about something that's kind of funny, and it was how I'm dealing with the trauma. But I was looking through our old messages because I didn't want to delete them just for evidence, just in case. And looking at like the week prior to the wedding, like everything was just the way he was talking to me. Everything was fine. And then all of a sudden, that day I left to go to the lake, he just had this switch.
Wait, how'd you go from the week before the wedding to
The wedding? What are you talking about?
Well, that's what you just said.
I said the lake. Wait, what? What did I say?
So you meant to say the week before you guys split up. You said the week before the wedding.
Did I?
Everything was
Yeah.
fine. Yeah.
Oh, because we got married in July. That's
We're
probably
recording,
why I was
so we can play
thinking
it
that.
back,
Yeah, we got married in July. That's probably why.
I got it. So I
Yeah.
was confused. So we straightened that out.
Well, we got married at the lake too. So that, yeah, okay. Anyway, so where was I? Yeah, but it was like a complete switch. And when I came home from visiting you guys and Mom, and he had moved out, completely moved out, no warning. The cameras he turned off. Sammy was actually home that weekend, and he was packing while she was at home before she went to her dad's. And he tried to play it off like it was like, I'm just so sick of everything. But I know now, like what I know now from things, like it was definitely planned. I have no doubt in my mind. But for me, it was the lack of conversation to, see where we're at, because he had transgressions. He broken my trust so many times, and we were going to therapy, and I got to a point I was like, I'm ready to let the anchor go. Let's move on, And that was right before all this happened. So I thought we were going up, and I was processing feelings, and for the longest time I started giving myself excuses for like, oh, well, I was this way. No, quit explaining yourself, Sarah. Quit explaining yourself, because you are allowed to process this pain and process the feelings of what he did to you, and you're validated. But he didn't like that. He was the victim. And he was aggressive, had this horrible temper. I mean, I'd be talking just like this and just voice like how I feel, and it went from like 0 to 360 in like 2 seconds. And it got to a point where there was one time I was like, next time this guy might actually hit me. I mean, he got so close to me in my face. Like, because like, okay, I'm sorry, I feel bad because you suck. Like, you did what you did, and but that's the cycle, and that's why I'm telling him, because it's kind of like it became a very manipulative situation, and I started realizing that. But yeah, he just left, and then that same week he cut the funds, and I had to start from ground zero. So these whole 7 months have been fight or flight for me, trying to build my life back up. And today, after, like, I was happy and screaming on the inside, but my body just,
Well, it's exhausting.
yeah,
I wish I had a pad, because I want to write down so many things.
I saw you like invisible writing.
Yeah, I want to think. So a couple of things. Where do I start? It was a lot. From when I met you, I only knew you a few months before this happened, but you had explained to me a lot of the things that were happening. So
Yeah.
And you referenced that going to counseling and all that stuff. That's cool. So yeah, I'm just gonna spout off some stuff. Guys were full of testosterone. Yeah. So preface: I'm an old guy now with heart disease, cancer, all that shit. So now I'm a little more wiser. Because I was that guy. And I think men do not know how to handle themselves largely in relationships like this. And I'm gonna theorize that he wasn't happy, probably from day one. And he just didn't know how to express that. And as a guy, he can't lose, and he's got this massive man. Hold on. And that's where he can't communicate that, so that's where that, you know, argumentative, everything came about, which is why I respect women so much more, because you wanted, like you said, you wanted to be calm and talk about it and let's move on. The guy didn't understand who he was, where he wanted to be. He thought he knew where he was, where he wanted to be. You were really good for him, and he couldn't realize that. And to me, it's like, it's just another lesson learned. I have another person in my life that's talking to me about, and they're extremely young, and now they're living together, and all of a sudden there's this man that's, and I can just relate, because I was that, my buddies call me angry young man, and you just get angry over things. You don't know why. Maybe it's your upbringing, maybe it is the testosterone, whatever it is, but, and the only thing I could say is, like, we have to understand that this is where men are, and it's very difficult for women and men at that age, I think, to really come together, unless you just have to be open and honest before you say, let's get married, let's do this thing.
That's the thing, Dad.
As far as you know, really?
I was, but
Well,
You're right,
that's what I'm
what he's
saying.
yeah.
You were
Now
good.
see, from what you're saying, I can agree with that, right? And that's understandable, and that's actually where we had worked on throughout the
Right.
relationship, is how we handled situations. But then there's the manipulation from the beginning that I didn't recognize because I was blinded.
Right.
So that's where that came
And I'm not discounting that. What I'm
Right.
saying is, you guys were married 2 years, right?
Mhm.
So I'm 57. It took me fucking 20 years to realize I'm an asshole. Like,
Mhm.
I need to be more calm. Like, it just takes a long time for us guys to figure
Mm.
it. Some of them, they can do it when they're young,
Mhm.
and they're great people. And it sucks for you guys, but I'm not justifying what he did. I'm not on his side or anything like that. I'm just saying that it's a lesson learned in life, and that's what I'm moving in that direction for the people that are in my life that are struggling through, like,
Mhm.
don't look at it as a failure, don't look at it as this whole thing, and I understand there's all these mental things and trauma, work on those, 100% work on those, but also make sure you're looking at that as a learning experience, and it's not your fault, and to your point, it's something you gotta move past, right? But in my opinion, he's now no longer part of the equation.
No,
So-
he's out.
So, but even from any mental, it's like, you start bringing up, well, he did this, you gotta forget all that stuff.
No, I have. I'm
Yeah.
just trying to tell my story so people who've been through
Yeah,
something
yeah.
similar can relate. That's why I'm talking about it.
Right, and I let you, and then I
Because-
wanna come in and say,
yeah,
but-
which is
so people that
understandable,
might
but-
be doing that, either start getting honest with your partner, and certainly,
Mm-hmm.
if you're thinking about getting married, start talking about the things that are bothering you now, because you are two people, and you're not gonna change who you are easily.
Mm-hmm.
You may down the road, and you may merge into this thing, but you gotta test that early in the
Yeah.
relationship to know that that's what's.
I think that's
gonna
really good, because I struggle myself, and I'm not a dude, just to be honest.
Mm-hmm. No, you
And I-
have to be. I mean, there just wasn't. I mean, for me there was, but I mean, now that I know what I know, like so much of it was just not. I mean, maybe he did really feel the way he did. I don't know, but all I know is everything that I found was just one life of a lie, and that's all it was. And then, but here's where the part of the story this is why I wanted to share it, because women go through this in situations where they're being controlled and manipulated to where this is what happens. And when I found out his first transgression 3 months into the marriage, I was told to shut up, accept his apology, and that's it. We're not ever talking about it again. I shut down completely because I'm now scared to talk to you. I'm not scared to voice my feelings. So I shut down. I became insecure. I let myself go. I gained 20 pounds. I had a nervous breakdown, had a lot of mental health issues because this man just betrayed me. And that went on for almost 2 years.
Okay, I'm gonna disagree. It's not always men. Women do the same thing.
Well, I'm just,
Dad,
I'm just trying to make, I'm getting really
understand.
frustrated.
Yeah, you
Because
talk.
this is my story.
Yeah, but I'm on a podcast that we talk to many
I
people.
know.
And I know it's your story, but people like, okay, that's your story, that's awesome, but I wanna know, like, try to explain why that happens or understand how that
Yeah, but I
happens.
think people who experience this, who are victims, don't care about the why. They care about other people who go through it so they can talk about it.
Okay,
And that's what I'm trying to do.
okay.
So I'm just done. I can't talk about it anymore. I don't want to talk about it anymore. I'm just gonna get upset.
Don't get upset.
Because I'm not. I've been waiting 7 months to talk about this because he shut me down the minute he left and started running his mouth and told everybody about me. So I've had to humble myself. I haven't said anything. I have been the most respectful person in this whole process. It's time for me to get it out because it needs to come out of my system so I can cry, shed, be done. And that's what I'm doing. I am just letting it out.
So for our listeners, is that helpful to them?
To let it out, yes, you have to.
That's
Because
the
I've had
message you
to,
wanna give
yes,
to them,
I've
right?
had to build this up for so long because I was scared of saying anything. That it might get around, that, oh, he's gonna pull some, because I don't know. I mean, this is how you left the marriage. I don't know what you're gonna do. I don't trust you. I don't know. It's not that I'm not over the marriage or over him. Like, that's long gone. I've just had to keep my story so silent. And you know, I'm like the person who doesn't like to be silenced. I don't, that's just not who I am. If it is, because I know there's many people out there who can resonate with something similar, and to be shut up and to be silenced and to be manipulated and to be in this position where it's hard to, but I did have a point of realization where I was like, okay, like this isn't gonna work. But as what I was going through, because I knew what he was gonna try to pull, I need to play it safe. He just beat me to it. So in the end, thank you for doing what you did, because now I've worked on myself and like I'm good, and it forced me to become a better person and to be self-aware, something I never would have been with him. But, and I'm like, I'm processing so many emotions today, and it's coming out, and I'm sorry. I'm not angry at you or mad at you. Like, I'm just like, I
just had a moment.
I think that's good.
It's raw emotion.
Yeah.
it's just.
Yeah, and you know what? If we were sitting, at your place on the couch and talking about it, I'd be 100%. But I think what I just did at the end here was draw you out and understand. We're on a podcast.
Yeah.
About it. People are listening to this.
Yeah.
So I like what you just did there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm mad at you, and I know you're not mad.
I know.
But
But also,
Everything.
but you know what the weird thing is I believe everybody has a voice. So you know what, even though, yeah, you may have ran your mouth and did your thing, but you also have a voice. You were wrong, but anybody who's right or wrong has a voice to be able to.
yeah, I think you're misinterpreting my analysis of the situation to be on a side of somebody. I'm just
People
trying
can
to,
relate to it.
I'm just
Each-
trying to
yeah.
offer a perspective of
Other perspectives,
all
yeah.
relationships that go through that, which would also
No, I get
encourage
that.
you
I get
and our
that.
listeners
Yeah,
to
Like,
express it,
Yeah.
right?
yeah. No,
And
I
it's
get that.
unfortunate that you had to wait all this time to express all those
Yeah,
emotions.
you know
and
the
all that
first
stuff.
thing I did?
Which I would also argue your counselor sucked then, because that's
Oh,
what should have
don't.
came out then.
Well, yeah. Well, you know the first thing I did though, after it was over, is I went on Facebook and changed my name back to my maiden name. I had just my middle, because I still was like, oh, what if I put my, that's how I just didn't trust him. So I
Wait, so on
unfriended
Facebook,
him.
you're,
It was Sarah Ann. Oh shoot. But yeah, it was.
well, no,
I will say,
we're allowed to say our names.
I have been very ignorant to just the legalities that come with marriage. Like, I am so unaware of how much is involved. And I know when we first started this podcast, I was like, I don't want to get married. I have, I am not as eager to do so.
French
Having
toast and mac and cheese.
some friendships, I mean, it can get ugly fast, and and it sounds so stupid, but I wasn't aware of just like how much
Yeah.
is involved. Like, I
Yeah.
honestly
I
wasn't.
think we got into that conversation too, because I
We
was
did.
talking about the camper.
It scares the crap
Listen,
out of me.
This
Insane.
freaking
I
camper.
forgot about the camper.
Okay. Well, I was checking my credit report the other day, and I didn't realize like how long this loan is. Okay, and I'm like, geez, like this is never gonna end. I mean, and there is a stipulation in our agreement, like if he defaults or refis, he immediately has to sell it to get my name on it, whatever.
Right.
But I was like, this camper just keeps coming up, because the camper was like, it was towards the end of it was.
You bought that right after I met you.
Yeah, and it was, we got denied the first time, and I found out why, and he had lied to me about that kind of stuff too. But then like this camper, he just had to take it on this like camping trip by himself the week before he left. And his best friend was out there with him. I'm like, I can't help but think now, like, you guys were planning your move, like, whatever. But this camper, like, I told him we couldn't afford it because we had just been on vacation and his hours were low. I'm like, can you just wait a couple weeks? I don't care if you go do you time. Like, I don't care. But it was like, so that I resonated the camper with like all like this, the end of the marriage. So like I saw that and I was like, oh my gosh, this camper's never going away. And then like 10 minutes later, the sales guy calls and leaves a voicemail.
Oh, you
I
brought it
hope
into
you, I
your
hope you
universe.
and Chad are enjoying your camper.
I told her half of it's hers. So
I just wanted to call him back, like, you know what, Lewis?
That's funny.
He was a great guy. Lewis, you're great. You're great. I mean, he doesn't know.
That shows when you bring it, when you think about that energy, that happens a lot.
I
Yeah.
know, I was
Like you bring energy like that into your life
I
and
know,
things.
it's like this camper, my gosh.
Oh, I want to do an
Yeah.
episode about that.
Yeah.
Energy.
Yeah.
Keith and I have had these discussions about religion or energy.
Yeah.
Me, it's energy waves or all of these wavelengths and things are going to disturb us. Did we talk about that on the podcast? Yeah, things are going
I
to
can't
disturb
remember if that was a
energy
late night
waves
phone
and,
call
yeah,
or-
different stuff like that. Yeah.
I think energy's huge.
Yeah.
We gotta talk about that sometime.
But yeah, I mean, now I feel, now that it's processed, I'm feeling good. No more living in fear of what he might do next. Our agreement is what it is, and can finally move on.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and I'm happy. I'm ready.
I'm happy for that. I'm
Yeah.
happy for you. Even the short time I've known you and just knowing other people.
Mhm.
Look, I know a lot of people that have been
Yeah.
through these experiences and things, and I give you shit a lot about it, but
I know.
you know, I'm a dad. It's like, well, see,
Yeah.
don't get married so
Well,
soon.
and that's the thing too. Like, Dad met me right in the middle when things were starting to get really bad
Yeah.
between us. So like, he got so much of it all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder what my perception would be had I met him,
Mm.
you know, and all that, like maybe a year prior.
Yeah.
When things were.
Yeah, because like Mom would tell you, like when you and Mom get together, I mean, she will tell you something completely different. I mean, she told me she knew from the first time she met him, like, this dude is not for you. But I wasn't gonna say anything, Sarah. She's one of those.
So,
Yeah. No, not I told you so. Like,
so you think we're
well,
gonna have conversations? Is that?
what? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I don't hold any grudges or anything. I just
No.
don't see myself getting into a deep conversation.
I don't know. I don't know what to expect.
Just, but
Mallory, what do you think about it?
I'm interested to know more, stories of divorces. There's so much about it that I was unaware of. It's
Yeah,
very
you're right. The
involved.
legality thing, we could talk for hours on that.
Yeah.
But I would like to end it with, I think, in sort of I give you shit about it being your dad, but I think the reality is we really have to be really careful about who we choose.
Yeah.
But also be very open and honest and just understand that there are people that can't do that about who we are as a person.
Yeah.
All of us old people like me probably go, man, I wish I would have done things differently when I was 22 years old. And, it just takes a long time to figure it out. Some people got to figure it out, some people don't. Some people have a chemistry that they can work it together and they can work out all those things and be this beautiful couple. I don't know too many people that can do that.
Yeah, I struggle.
Couple.
I struggle to be honest because I want someone to like me, so I try to tell them what they want to hear.
My-
And then that wears on you after time.
Yeah.
Over time.
I mean, my
No,
view
I
now
agree.
is
And you're lying to yourself and
You
you're
are.
setting yourself for failure. I hate to use that word failure because it's not a failure. Another learning experience,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
that relationship will fail because you haven't been honest about who you are.
Yeah.
Look at Catherine when she came in. I think she's learned that and is telling her current partner after this podcast, like, hey, this is how I feel. You're going to hear this. She's like,
Yeah.
I vaguely remember you talking about it. So, yeah,
I mean,
let's
my-
talk about it.
My view now is just to be completely open and transparent at the beginning, and if
Yes.
that person is, if it's not okay, it's not okay. Because at least you know now,
Yeah.
and not.
That's right.
Never
I've
be
learned,
alone.
and that's the thing from this whole thing. Now that I've gotten all these raw emotions out, I feel so much better.
Hopefully our listeners stay tuned too.
Yeah, I hope I haven't lost anybody after my meltdown.
You look great. Actually, the color just came back to you.
Oh, was I like pale?
It's a release.
Oh.
Not pale.
Something
but
different.
I looked pale this morning. Like
Something
I
different.
looked
You didn't look
sickly.
pale, but
You're
you look-
overanalyzing this. You just look great.
No, this
Well,
morning
know.
I really looked pale. Like I did not look like I felt good. But I've learned so much now. Like after being through 2 marriages and now being through what I just went through, like I've learned what I deserve, what not to put up with, what to just and I've been blessed, so blessed in my life to have someone a long time ago that gave me what I deserved, that I can now let myself have that, and I'm ready for that. So I've learned so much through this whole experience, and
Yeah.
I'm grateful for that. And you know,
Which is a hard lesson. Like Mallory, I look at you younger, 10 years, or 9 years.
5.
5.
wow. 9er, 5er. Where's the sound effect?
Yeah, what? Mallory, are you young or?
I'm just a little baby.
But yeah, I mean, hopefully, I don't know what I was gonna say.
What I need to do is be transparent as soon as I get in a relationship. Tell them what I want.
Yes.
But every time I do that, they don't stick around long.
That's
So
okay.
that's the
but
problem.
That's not the person for
No.
you. That's not the person for you.
There is
That's
a
what I
person
wanted
out
to
there.
say.
There is.
That is okay.
Yeah.
That is okay.
I don't know. If you're.
Then what are you gonna do? You can marry the wrong person,
Like I did.
and then at least you get lucky to get out of it super fast. But what if with the guy that you're gonna be with for 20 years, and
Yeah.
the whole time you're like, this hasn't been me, and now we got kids, and now we have this, and we have that. Like,
Yeah.
do it now. It's
And it's
okay.
like the little things, like I don't like to cuddle, like don't touch me. It's just like little stuff that like adds up.
Yeah.
And I try to
Don't
like.
be. There's 300 million
transform.
people in the United States. There's gonna be
Yeah.
one.
It was really specific, and I'm.
Yeah, I know.
There's
Oh my
plenty
God.
of fish in the
Don't touch my
sea,
fucking
Mallory.
Okay.
Okay.
Oh, you
That's
guys,
weird.
this has been wow.
Wow,
Wow.
Dad and I had
What
a.
an episode.
Woo!
What an episode.
This has been great. It's been
It's
great,
been
you
great.
guys. So next week, stay tuned. We will have. I forget. I gotta look at the calendar, but we do have a very interesting guest next week. I'm excited to talk.
Hold on, I need to know what were you?
Who are we seeing next month?
Oh, who are we seeing next month? Oh,
This month.
yeah.
month, this
And
month.
what's the song? Yeah, I gotta get that on there.
Yeah, we've spoken.
Yeah, I know. We gotta go to that. I got a Justin Timberlake concert coming up. Who canceled
Yeah,
before? and-
we've spoken
Oh,
and
yeah.
what?
Yeah.
What was I gonna say?
I'm
But-
not sure.
But while you do that, I'm really happy Johan came on. I love
Yes.
to talk about the Grammys.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good episode.
It was a really good
Yeah.
episode.
You know, and if you
We're
guys
all
have,
emotion.
if any of the listeners have, suggestions for different topics they'd like to hear
Yeah.
about,
Bring it.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
Oh,
Muted. I'm muted. Oh, we have an outro to do? Okay, hold on.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us for this episode of Subject to Change. I am Mallory.
I'm Sarah.
And I'm the monkey in the middle.
And
And
everything is fine.
fine.
It really is going to be fine.
I know.